Hi everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the GNM medical surgical nursing for the GNM second years, and in that unit 9 nursing management of patient with the musculoskeletal disorders. So in the last class we have seen about the low back pain. So it is the part 1. So today we are going to discuss about the low back pain part 2. So it is about the low back pain part 2. Up to the clinical manifestations we have seen in the part 1, and now we are going to discuss about the part 2, that is diagnostic evaluation. So the if the patient having low back pain and there is a diagnostic evaluation includes the history collection. So the first we should collect the history from the patient. So where the pain is located and how long the pain will be present, and the nurse has to be collect the history from the patient. And next one is physical examination. So physical examination can be done to assess the muscular and sensory problems. So if the patient having low back pain and there is a no sensation can be present in the lower legs. So because of this there is a nurse has to be do the physical examination, the sensory and the motor response is there or not, the nurse has to be assessed by the physical examination. And there is any muscular problems like muscular spasm, so like that problems are present or not, the nurse has to be collect the history from the patient and assess the any problems, muscular and the sensory problems. And palpation of lumbar spine. So by the fingers and we can palpate the spinal cord. So any inflammation is present or tenderness is present or not, so the nurse has to be assessed by the palpation. So palpation means there is a using of finger tips to palpate the internal organs. So it is called as palpation. So in this palpation the lumbar spine can be palpated. So if there any inflammation is present or not, tenderness is present or not, we can identify by the palpation. Next one is X-ray. So X-ray it can be used to find any injuries or diseases. So the patient having low back pain, why the patient will have the low back pain? Because of our injury, otherwise it can be situated because it by its own. So the nurse has to be collect the history. So by the injury the patient is getting low back pain, otherwise by itself it getting pain. So the nurse has to be collect the history. And next, any diseases. If the patient having any diseases like arthritis and there is any other problems, musculoskeletal problems, it also leads to the back pain. So the nurse has to be assessed and X-ray can be done to find out the injuries and the diseases. So the patient having any injury or the diseases and we can identify by the X-ray. And next one is CT scan. CT scan it is computer tomography and it can be used to identify a specific conditions. So the specific conditions like any tumors or like any bone cancer, so it can be identified by the CT scan. So any specific conditions, arthritis like any bone tumors, and we can identify by the CT scan. And next one is MRI scan. It is a magnetic resonance imaging and to find the spinal infection or tumors. So if any infection is present in the spinal cord or any tumors or the malignancy is present in the bones or not, we can identify by the MRI scan. So it is about the diagnostic evaluation for the low back pain. And next one is the medical management. So in the medical management it includes the 3 steps. First one is medications, and the next one is physical medicine, and next one is surgical management. So in the medical management includes the 3 steps. First one is medications and the physical medicine and the surgical management. So in this medications we can use the aspirin. So aspirin can be given to the patient to reduce the pain. So it can be relieves the pain for some period. And next one is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So it can be used to reduce the inflammation and pain, and the NSAIDs, the example is ibuprofen. So ibuprofen, it is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It can be used to reduce the inflammation and relief from the pain. And there is a muscular relaxants. So the spinal cord consists of some of the spinal muscles. So there is a, because of the spasm, there is a involuntary contraction of the muscles, there is a getting of pain. So there is a muscle relaxants can be given to the patient if the patient having any involuntary contraction of the muscles. So we can relieve from the muscle contraction. So we can give the muscle relaxants. And next one is the muscle relaxants, example is cyclobenzaprine. Cyclobenzaprine, it is a muscle relaxant and it can be given to relief from the muscular spasm. Next one is steroids. So steroids can be given orally or by the injection. So directly we can give the injection into the between the spaces of the spinal cord. So steroids can be used to reduce the inflammation and the pain, and there is it can be given by orally or by the injection. So the injection can be given directly into the space of the spinal cord. And next one is the physical medicine. So in the physical medicine, it includes the physical therapy. So physical therapy, it includes the diathermy and the hydrotherapy. So diathermy, it is a cold application. So after the low back pain, and we can apply the cold. Diathermy means there is a cold application, and hydrotherapy means there is a heat application. So there is a hot application and the cold application can be provided to the patient. And next one is massage. So by the massage we can relieve from the pain, and there is a muscle spasm can be reduced by the massage. And next one is there is a ultrasound and electrical stimulation. So there is a electrical stimulation by placing electrodes on the back and by the electrodes we are passing the electrical stimulants. So it can be relieve the pain. So by this electrical stimulation we can reduce the pain. So it is about the physical therapy. It includes the diathermy and hydrotherapy. Diathermy means there is a cold application and hydrotherapy means there is a hot application, and there is a massage and ultrasound electrical stimulants. So by the electrical stimulants we can relieve the pain by electrical stimulants. And next one is braces. So the braces can be support to the back and there is a stomach, abdomen. So it can be support to the stomach and back, and we can relieve the pain. Somewhat pain can be reduced by the supporting the back, and it is about the braces. And there is a manipulation therapy. So manipulation therapy can be provided to relieve from the pain and the relief from the pain. So it is the manipulation therapy. And there is a traction. It is also one of the like spleen, and it can be supports the back. So by the supporting to the back we can relieve from the pain and the inflammation. And next, other exercises. So other exercises includes the like yoga and meditation. By this we can divert the mind and we can reduce the concentration on the pain. So by the other exercise includes the yoga and meditation. So it is about the physical therapy, includes the physical medicine, and it includes the physical therapy and braces, manipulation therapy and traction, other exercises. So next one is surgical management. So in the surgical management, before going to the surgery, first we should take the treatment. So up to 6 to 1 year we have to use the medications. If you are not, if the pain is become still present and it is not reduced by the treatment, then go for the surgical management. So the first treatment we have to take up to 6 years to 6 months to 1 year. So from the 6 months to 1 year, first we should use the medication and it becomes failed, the pain is become still present and it is not reduced, and then go for the surgical management. And next one is, in the surgical management there is a spinal fusion. So spinal fusion, it is like a welding process. So in the welding, what we will do, there is a two rods can be joined together by the welding. So like that only in the spinal fusion, there is a, the space can be decreased between the spinal cord, and there is a two spines can be, two vertebrae can be jointed together and it is making into a single one. So it is about the spinal fusion. So spinal fusion, it is like a welding process and two vertebrae can be joined together by the welding. So it is become single vertebrae. So two vertebrae can be joined together and it is making into one single vertebrae. So it is about the spinal fusion. And the next one is disc replacement. So in the disc replacement, there is a damaged disc can be removed. So the loss of function of the disc, and because of the loss of the function of the disc, and we can remove the disc, and there is a replacement of the metal or the plastic devices in the spinal cord. So if the hip fracture or the knee fracture, we can use the devices to support the bones. So like that only in the spinal cord also, there is a disc problem, any disc problem, and we can remove the disc and we can use the metal devices or the plastic devices to support the spinal cord. And next one is prevention. So it completes the surgical management, and next one is prevention. Prevention, it includes the exercises. So exercises like walking or swimming. So it can improve the muscle strength and it can release pain also. So we can improve the strengthening of the muscles by the exercises. So walking and swimming, it helps to strengthen the muscles of the spinal cord. So we can relieve the pain by the exercises. And there is a inflexibility, movement can be occur during the exercises. So next one is proper lifting. So while lifting the heavy objects, and we should not keep more pressure on the back. So by lifting any heavy objects, and we can keep pressure on the knees, and the back should be straight. So there is a proper lifting. So because of this improper lifting, there is a chances to get the back pain. So by lifting the heavy objects, and we should maintain the body mechanisms, and there is a reduce the pressure over the back, and more pressure should keep on the knees. And next one is weight. So because of overweight, and there is a chances to get the lower back pain. So because of overweight, the weight is more on the back, so the patient may have the severe back pain. So we can reduce the weight. And next one is avoid smoking. So avoid smoking. The smoking will be affected to the patient. The spinal cord become weak because of smoking. So it can be because of smoking, the spinal cord is become during the young age only. So avoid the smoking. The smoking should be avoided by the patient, and proper posture. So the proper posture means there is a body mechanism should be maintained in the proper posture, and there is a, by lifting the heavy objects, the patient has to be maintained the good posture. So it can be reduce the pressure over the back, and it can be relieved from the pain of the back. So it is about the. So next is the complications about the low back pain. If you are not treated the low back pain, there is a chances to get the complications like infection. So there is, if you are not treating the back pain, and it causes the infection, and there is a sensory and motor deficit. So there is no sensation can be occur in the lower legs. So there is no sensation in the lower legs, and chronic pain. So the patient will have the severe pain, and there is a spinal instability. So there is no flexibility of the spine, and there is no movement can be occur in the spine. It is become stiff. So it is about the complications includes the infection and sensory motor deficit and chronic pain and spinal instability. And next one is nursing management. So nursing management is includes the advise patient to stay active. So the nurse has to be advised to the patient to stay active. So continuously sleeping on the bed, it is not good for health. So the nurse has to be advise the patient to stay active, and there is a avoid the bed rest sometimes. So the patient feel become tired and he go for the rest, and otherwise the patient stay active and by doing exercises, and we can divert the mind and we can reduce the pain of the patient. And next, keep pillows between flexed knees. So while flexing of the knees, and the pillow can be placed under the knees, and while in side lying position minimize the strain and back muscles. So because of these pillows, and we can reduce the pressure over the muscles of the spine. So there is a keep pillows between the flexed knees while inside lying position and minimizes the strain and muscles. And next one is apply the heat. So by applying the heat, we can relieve the pain and we can reduce the inflammation. And next one is administer medications. So what are the medications has prescribed by the doctor? The nurse has to be given to the patient at a correct time, and encourage balanced diet and exercise program. So the nurse has to be encouraged to take the meals it consists of sufficient nutrients. So the nurse has to be advised for the patient to take the balanced diet and the exercise programs. So to improve the mobility of the spine and improve the flexibility of the spine, so the nurse has to be educated about the exercises. So it is about the nursing management of the low back pain.